Hey, Dan Blewett here. I got a good question. What should I do if I'm having elbow pain? So I get this question a lot. People email me it, they Twitter it to me, they Instagram message me, they Facebook message me. I've put a lot of stuff out there on Tommy John surgery and all this rehab stuff. So, I'm like an unofficial authority on pitching through pain and like injuries and all that stuff, and that's great. But the vast majority of the time, what I reply to people when they email me asking is, hey, my elbow hurts, I'm in month 7 of my surgery, or hey, I'm just a pitcher and I have arm pain. Is this normal? Is it okay? Am I okay? What should I do? I almost always say, go see your doctor. I'm not qualified to tell you if it's serious or not serious because I literally have no idea, and you don't have any idea either, which is why you're asking me. So I think you should see a doctor. So here's the thing. If it's front of your brain, it's constantly nagging you, like, am I okay? My arm hurts. You should go see a doctor. However, if it's front of your brain, you're like, oh, my arm hurts, but I don't want to go see a doctor, then you should just stop complaining about it. Because if you're not going to go see a doctor and do something legitimate about it to get it diagnosed and have a concrete answer that you can then move forward from, like, I'm okay because the doctor told me I'm okay, or I'm not okay, so I'm going to, I don't know, get surgery or, get medicine or get rehab. If you're not going to find a definitive solution to it, like if you don't care enough or it's not bothering you enough to go find an actual solution and and take action about it, then you should just stop whining about it, because you don't want to live in that middle ground where you're like, you think you're hurt, but you're not doing anything to not be hurt. Because if you are hurt, then you need to see the doctor to get therapy or to get treatment or get surgery so that you can remedy it, so you can then move on in your life. But if you're just living in this little world where you're hurting and you're not doing anything about it, then you're just going to continue to stay in limbo where you're just complaining about your arm and you're in pain, but you're not doing anything to get out of pain. All right? So no matter what, if you have pain, something needs to change to get you out of it, whether that's rest or rehab or better training or better throwing mechanics or whatever it is, or a doctor's visit and some sort of medication or treatment or surgery. Something needs to be done to fix it. And if you're not willing to do that, and you're not willing to take the steps to talk to someone who can really give you a diagnostic, and I understand that you might think that I'm that person, but really I'm not, especially from internet land. I don't know what's going on with your arm. I wish I did, but I don't. And so you don't want my opinion when I could say, like, hey, I had a pain similar, or I had this thing happen, or I had this thing happen, but it's really not going to help you make a decision that makes sense for you to then say, okay, here's my plan to remedy this, because I can't possibly know what's going on with your arm, and I wouldn't want to tell you something like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it, and then it becomes way worse because of the bad advice I gave you. So if it's worrying you enough, go see a doctor. If it's not worrying you that much, then move on with your life and don't do what you think is right. Rest it a little bit more, see how it goes. Most of these aches and pains are see how it goes kinds of things. Take some time off, relax a little bit, maybe take anti-inflammatories if you or your parents deem that healthy and necessary, and then see how it is after like a week or 2 weeks. Most things that aren't that big a deal will just resolve themselves on their own after a week or 2 weeks. And if they don't, then you need to go again, find yourself a solution by getting a good diagnosis. All right, so good question. Thanks for your questions. Keep them coming. Leave a comment below, leave a question below, and I'll get to it next week.